Hello, so we want to look at some past questions in further math in WAEC examination, particularly questions related to calculus. And let's start with number 12 in the past question. Is it if y equals to 2 minus x over 3 plus 5x, we have to find the y dx. And these are the given options. Now, when you have something like this, what you should apply is the quotient rule. The quotient rule says that for dy over dx, you will have v du over dx minus u dv over dx, all divided by v squared. Now, these v and u are functions of x. Now, if we go ahead, our dy over dx would be, this is your v. In this particular place, you are meant to keep it constant. So we just write it as 3 plus 5x multiplied by the derivative of u with respect to s, and the u is the one on top. So this is your u and this is your v right here. This option, this function is the this expression rather is the v. The expression up is the u. Do you get that? So this is what we have now. This will be what's the derivative of 2 minus x? Obviously this will be 0, is a constant, and if you derive minus x, that will be minus 1. Then minus this other part, we have to keep u constant. U is the numerator, so we have 2 minus x. We keep it constant. And then we have to find the derivative of the denominator. And the derivative of 3 is 0. The derivative of 5x will leave us with 5. So this will be multiplied by 5 right here. And everything divided by 5x plus 3 all squared. That is what we are going to get. Now, the next work is to open the bracket. This becomes minus 3 minus 5x because of this negative 1. This negative also applies to 5. So this will be minus 10x, and then that will be plus 5x. This is minus 10 plus 5x. Divided by 5x plus 3 all squared. Now, from what we have, minus 3 minus 10 is minus 13 minus 13. And look at it, negative 5x plus positive 5x will be 0. So that is why it will just be minus 13 right there. And this one, look at the options. The options, okay, I've even changed that already. In the expression, we have 3 plus 5x. However, I write it as 5x plus 3, knowing fully well that addition is commutative, that 3 plus 5x is the same as 5x plus 3. So we are going to leave our answer as 5x plus 3 all squared here. So our correct option here is the B. All right. So this is another question. That's number 15 of 2025 further maths WAEC. Now here we are given that the second derivative of y with respect to s is equals to x minus 1. And this y prime denotes first derivative. The first derivative of y when x is 1, this is the interpretation of this, equals 5. And the function y when x is 0 will be 6. Find y of x. That is what we are asked to find. So here, for you start from here, or you start from here. For you to get the first derivative, you need to take the integral of this. So I'm going to say my first derivative, dy over dx, will be the integral of x minus 1 with respect to x. This will be x squared over 2 minus x. Integration is the reverse, is antiderivative. Okay, so by the time, in differentiation we were subtracting 1, but here for every power of x you are adding 1 to it, and in differentiation we're multiplying by that power, but here we are dividing by the new power. So this is x raised power 1, if you add 1 to, you get 2, and then over 2. That's just it. This is 1. X is raised power 0 right there. If you add 1 to it, you have, a variable x. So that's what we have. Then plus the constant, plus the arbitrary constant. This is how it is given if the integral is not a definite integral. So, but this information tells us that, this one tells us that by the time we apply this condition, we are going to get 5. It means that our dy over dx, I'm just going to write that when y prime 1 will be equals to, right here you have 1 minus 1 squared over 2 minus x minus 1 rather, minus 1. Oh, this is just 1, not minus 1. Then plus c, and they said everything right there would give us 5. So this is going to be half minus 1 plus c equals to 5. Take everything to the other side. Our c will be 5 plus 1 minus half, and this will be 5.5 also, and that can be written as 11 over 2. So our arbitrary constant is 11 over 2. Therefore, we can rewrite dy over dx as, in place of this, we now have x squared over 2 minus x plus this one, 11 over 2. So that is our first derivative. Now, remember that we are to look for y of x. That's what we are looking for. Now, let me clean this particular place. So now I want to get the function. The function y of x will also be the integral of this. That will be x squared over 2 minus x plus 11 over 2 dx. Now, this one will become x raised power 3 over 3. This will become x squared over x, and when it is a constant, it will have a variable x beside it over 2 plus the arbitrary constant. That's what we are going to get. And remember, when x equals to 0, we will have this one will be 0 over 3 minus 0 over 2 plus 0 over 2 plus c. That will just be c, which will be equals to 6. It is given there. So it's not something we just bring from nowhere. It's already given in the question that when x equals to 0, then the function will be equals to 6. It means that our y, now remember this is your y, our y of x will be equals to x raised power 3 over 3 minus x squared over 2 plus 11x over 2, then plus 6. And that happens to be the option C. The option C in the question. Now, I will take you to other aspects of this particular examination that talks about calculus. So, here is the number 25 question. They said the distance s covered by a particle in t seconds is given as s equals to 7 over 2 t squared plus 5t plus 18. We have to find the acceleration of the particle. Now, the solution to this. Oh, I think I should give the option. The options are here. Let me give the option number 25. A is 14 meter per second, B is 13 meter per second, C is 10 meters per second, and then D is 7 meter per second squared, second squared. Now, from what we have here, we are given the distance. In mechanics, the acceleration is taking the second derivative of the equation of distance. That is what we are going to do. So we are going to take, because the first derivative of this will give us velocity. The second derivative of that will give us what? Acceleration. So I'm going to first of all find Vt, that's velocity with respect to t. That will be d ds over dt. Look at this, look at the s here. That will become, if I differentiate this, that will be 14t squared over 2 plus this will be 5, and this one will go to 0. And we can write this Vt to be equals to 7t squared plus 5. 7t squared plus 5. That's what we are going to get. Then the second derivative, a function of t will be dv over dt. The v with respect to t. And if you take the v, this will be, sorry, this one will no longer be squared. It will just be singular. It will be singular. Now we have 7t instead of 7t squared. Now, if you take the derivative of 7t, that would just be 7. And 5 will go to 0. Hence, this is our meter per second square. And that is option D. Okay. Now, here you go. We say find the volume of the solid of revolution generated when the region bounded by this equation with this interval x equals to 0 to x equals to 2, and the x-axis is rotated about the x-axis through 360 degree. It means that it's a complete revolution. Now, that's what we are looking for. Now, this is an equation that we normally use here when we're talking about revolution of solid. The volume is given as the integral as 0 here, as 0 goes to 2, because we already have that. Okay, let me use this as a goes to b of pi y squared dx. We are using dx because it is rotated about the x-axis. So here, our pi is given to us. Actually, the pi is given as 22 over 7 in the question. That's what we are given. Now, our volume, we need to find our y squared, but we just put it, our v will be equals to, that is 0 to 2. We can bring the pi outside because it's a constant. This will be 3x squared all squared, then dx. Our volume equals to pi 0 to 2. This is 9x raised to power 4 dx. That's what we are going to get. Now, we'll proceed by obtaining the integral of this particular expression. So doing that, we are going to have v to be equals to pi. What's the integral of 9x raised to power 4? Obviously, this will be 9x raised to power 5. Oh, I can also bring out the 9. I can bring out this 9 and say, oh, the 9 is now 9 pi, because 9 is also a constant, such that you can make your work easier. So this is your 9 pi, and this will be left with 5. And the boundary 0 to 2. The next thing you want to do is to take the interval. So for this one, our v will be equals to 9 pi, and that will be, when x is 2, we have 2 raised to power 5 over 5. When x is 0, the other one will go to 0. That will be minus 0, and our v equals to 9 pi, and this will be 32 over 5. This is 9 times 22 over 7 times 32 over 5. Okay, so by the time let's multiply that. Let me take my calculator. We have 9 times 22 times 32. divided by 7 times 5, which is 35. We have V, the volume, to be approximately 181 units cube, and that becomes our answer, and that will be option C. So that is it.